welcome to the origins of Helsinki. There's a story about three Viking brothers that we got Helsinge, Sibbo, and Borkko. And now we got three different cities here next to each other. So we have Helsinki, Sippo and Porvoo. So there's a story that these three Viking brothers came for this area, and all these kind of like little areas here on the coastline, they found these hills, kind of like a fortification hills, where they started kind of like making settlements, like fortresses. And what we know that already for like 900 years ago in this area, there was a Viking fortress and some like Viking burial grounds as well. Well, that's the history of this place, but commonly we know this kind of like a Puotila Fortress Hill as an area where we got bunkers for the First World War. This area you can actually see pretty clearly all of this kind of like a bunker lines, the fortifications that were then made here when the First World War was starting in this part of the world. So there's kind of like a defense lines and bunkers built here on this fortification hill. This is much more clear than from the Viking era. I'm gonna check with the phone first before we go inside, okay? No surprises. Let's go inside to have a look first if we are alone. Hyvää huomenta. Päivä. Okay, so here we are inside one of the bunkers, you know, from the war times. Every time I'm coming in, I'm kind of like calling, greeting if there's someone inside, because already 100 years, decades, there's been people also living inside of these bunkers. You know, especially after the wars, after the Second World War as well. You know, there were many men who had challenges like mental disorders and everything, and they kind of like did choose to be outside of the society. So they were heading up to this kind of like a remote, quiet places where they could live the life they were able to live, basically. And like looking around of these bunkers, these caves, you know, you can start thinking about the people who know, the men who were living here alone, not really having any kind of a contact, you know, with the other people, and you kind of start feeling that these guys, you know, bit by bit they started turning from men to monsters.